are in Haiti, they're going to benefit off of it because if people feel like they're in danger, they're going to sell off their land and go and leave, both Haitians and Dominicans. So they are smart. They know that that's the opportunity to buy the property in the key spots. Dajabon, that area is a key spot.
Oh,
Monte Cristi, where the river starts, around that region, that is one of the listen, Monte Cristi, that's where Monte Cristi Samana, right? Those regions, that's where you can see the whales come to mate. The whales from all over the world, they come there to mate because it's by the Bermuda Triangle. They know that. They know that if they could empty out the very important areas, they could they could continue to establish themselves within the economy. Look at they're building a new monorail within Santiago. Like we already got a subway. We already got a subway in like a metro in Santo Domingo. Now we got a monorail in Santiago. They're really going hard and investing. They just reported and already setting up the infrastructure to have it in operation by next year, right? If I'm not mistaken, La Vida. I don't know if that's
La Vida.
what's his name?
I'm listening.
La Verencia.
When is it? Do you know when is it that they're gonna have the monorail, the new monorail, fully functional?
I mean, I already seen them building it. I see it like on all over the streets and shit. But I would say like in 3 years or two.
Wow.
Yeah, because they're building it all over in Santo Domingo. They have that too.
They already have it built.
Yeah, they have like all the postings and shit. Like when you go down the highway, like when you're going towards San Pedro de los Macorís that way, or was I going up to Nagua where they had it at? It was either one of I was going up to Nagua or I was going up to San Pedro de los Macorís that side, and I seen them like doing the construction of all these things and shit. But I don't think it's gonna be anytime. I don't think it's gonna be recent. Any recent.
I heard they're trying to build like a theme park, kind of like Disneyland, but a different name.
Stuff out there. They're building a lot of stuff. A lot of towers are going up. I got pictures of them building towers. Just a lot of construction is going on.
Yeah. They need it. Listen, the more that they empty out the land, like I got my daughter's grandfather. He used to own a lot of land in Miches, right, coastal farming land, and half of it was sold to a private company that's going to build an airport there. Yeah, so they're like, they pay big money. They pay like how much was it? Like the equivalent to close to $1 million.
Private airport?
So
like a private airport, you think is going to be a private airport?
I don't know because they haven't said anything yet, but I know that it's already in the works. You know what I mean? It's crazy because of the vegetation, the amount of money that they used to get off of there, and everything is like leveled out, and it's like they've been working on it for like years, but I don't know if they have it in full. Like I haven't spoke to them in a while, but so this is not a new thing, man. They've been doing this. But some of those hotels and some of these resorts and country clubs are owned by foreign investors. So these foreign investors, they are going to want to protect their investments, but they want to expand. That's what I believe that's going on. They want to also expand to Haiti, in different parts.
I made friends with.
Well, how come they're not hiring the Dominicans at the hotels? Who's doing the hiring?
No, the problem is a lot of the Haitians are multilingual.
Oh.
And then here's the thing. They're willing to do that job. That's another thing because that's the unspoken truth. There's a lot more willing to do that job.
Wow.
But there's Dominicans that are hired at the resorts too.
Yeah.
Some people make it seem worse, like, oh, it's just all Haitian. No, like at the Hard Rock Hotel Punta Cana, a lot of Dominicans there. I didn't see really that many Haitians working there. It was more Dominicans than Haitians working there.
Oh, you give me hope. So they have the Hard Rock Cafe over there.
Yeah, Hard Rock Hotel. They got the best beach over there.
Yeah, you have to go over there, Daisy, man. Like,
yeah, I am. My mom. That's on my mom's bucket list. She was telling me the other day. She wants to go to Dominican Republic and she wants to go to Hawaii.
Now, when I went to Punta Cana, when I was going to the Hard Rock Hotel, I took a bus to Punta Cana, and when I got off, Some Haitian taxi drivers wanted to take me there. I wouldn't let them take me though. I told this guy, go get me a Dominican taxi driver.
Whoa.
And yeah, in front of the Haitians, I told him, and the Haitians got like kind of embarrassed. They even tried to they try to help my baby mother like with a carriage and stuff like that, because I have my daughter with me and shit. And they try to like still help us with it, because I literally told them in front of their faces, like, no, go get me a Dominican taxi driver.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's okay, you're so nice, but you just don't know how they're gonna snap. You know how like some dogs they just snap.
I don't feel they were nice. I just felt that they thought I was bold for saying that, and they just kind of felt.
Nah, no lie. I used to be like very relaxed with these rules, but right now, yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Because right now, the energy that I be receiving right now, I'm like, you know what? It's better be safe than sorry. So I didn't know. Listen, TikTok, and then now after asking Haitians that I know off of TikTok too, I didn't know that there was real legit hate that Haitians have towards Dominicans, legit, for no reason. So because of that, I'm just like, I'll do the same thing. If I go over there and I'm eating over there, you think I'm gonna take some food? As much as I love Haitian food, I'm gonna be careful. I'll be like, nope.
Wow.
But you guys know, you know what the thing is con los Haitianos? I think that people don't understand why Dominicans are so freaked out. It's not like as a stranger comes, un Haitiano, he's a stranger, he's just unalives you. No, it's a Haitiano that you used to feed him food. He used to work for you. He took care of they're your friends. And then they do this to you. That's what's scary. That's what makes the crime so disturbing and diabolical, because it's not like a Haitian, he's just a stranger and he's going to attack me. No, he was my neighbor. Most people, if you notice, most Dominican families who they lost their members will say, oh, he was my neighbor. Yo le daba comida, or he used to work for us, or they used to take care of our cattle. They're friends with you. That's what makes us more vulnerable to the attacks, because it's not like, oh, be careful from that guy because he's a
family that got unalived recently. So they had a lady working for them in the house, helping the family out. This lady found out that they had won the lottery, so she snitched them out to these local Haitian gangs, and the Haitian gangs unalived them. She confessed it already. She confessed that she did that. Before, they were trying to blame Dominican gangs that put the Haitians to do the job, but they actually found out that because her own accounts, she said that she was the one who told the Haitian gang members to do it. So she confessed because she felt bad. Even the dog, you know that?
You see what I'm saying? So it's not like you could say, hey, be careful from that guy is dangerous. No, these people they're your friends. You eat with them. And then they snap. That's what makes Dominicans in a very vulnerable situation. Or they say, oh, he was my taxi driver, and then all of a sudden he doesn't follow Google Map anymore, and then he goes on another route. I mean, that's what's scary. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're the boogeymans. No, they're your friends. They're your neighbors. Like there was this one little kid. This was 2 years ago. The mom left the little boy con the little girl, the little sister, and the parents went somewhere. And it was the neighbors. I don't know. You know what they did to the little girl, right? And then they did that to her, and then they cut her up. And the boy, like he was talking, but he was so traumatized. He looked like he was spaced out. But you know what he said? Ese era mi vecino, ese era mi amigo. But he did that to his little sister. They did that to the little sister. The friends.
Yep.
That's why I go hard, because it's not like there's just stranger random people. No, they're your friends. And you know what I hear a lot that happens in Dominican Republic? They'll be saying, oh, ellos me cuidan la finca. They'll take care of your finca for 5 years, and then all of a sudden they just snap.
Listen,
and they take out the whole family.
I have the pictures of the 3 Dominicans that the Haitian killed in Puerto Plata. I have the pictures of them. Like one of them, he chopped the old lady's head off. She was on the couch reading a magazine, and he chopped her head off, and you just see her head next to the couch right there in her body with the magazine.
What the hell?
And he was their friends, right? Wasn't he like their
They
friends?
employed him.
Giovanni,
They gave him employment. Yeah.
Giovanni,
I have the pictures of the dead bodies.
This is so primitive.
Giovanni, listen, it is far worse than you could even imagine. The conversations that I've even heard, right? I understand for the most part Creole. The conversations that I've even heard is sort of like genocidal talk.
Yeah.
And
they don't know that you understand them.
Yeah, they don't know, but some of them do. They call me a traitor and a rat because that's what they call me.
Wow.
So I told them that I believe in right and wrong. They tell me, hey, Papo, I understand where you're coming from, but karma is karma. You have to understand that what goes around comes around. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. So that family.
What?
So that, yes, this is what they justify it. I swear on my soul in front of God, they justify it because they say what goes around comes around. So listen, I gave them examples. I've actually tried to sit down with several of them and give them examples about how their mindset has been used in other types of similar talks in sort of like Yahtzee, Germany, right? In the Knights Templars, they used that talk when they were within their Inquisition. Soviet, who else? There's so many of them. What happened in Yugoslavia as well, like the unaliving of so many people. So it was always justified with weird rhetorics tied behind identity politics. And these people are known to be racist and evil. And you know what a lot of them tell me consistently? They tell me, well, if they were victims, I believe that it's justified. And I'm like, what do you mean if they were victims? What the hell does that even mean if they were victims? They made other people victims. And then they said, well, if they're protecting their people, it's completely justified.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you understand their mindset?
Yeah.
They are not loving people. They believe that unaliving by mass is justified if it's in defense of you. So if they go on a racial cleansing, right, which they often have spoke about, even within Haiti, I've heard them, racial cleansing. They said anything close to white is the problem.
Exactly.
We're not going to progress, right? We need to ask for the help for Africans, and then we're going to help the Africans get rid of the whites too. But they believe anything that even has an admixture of white, they need to get rid of them. Yep. Mulattoes, let me explain to you, their number one enemies are mulattoes. Do you understand that, Giovanni?
Yeah.
They want to, like, he gave the example of Papa Dog, right? Duvalier's Papa Dog. So Papa Dog was there for like, what is it, like 30 years, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, around
30 years. So first him and then his son. So Papa Doc was part of the Griot, like, reading circle. He got inspired by the Griot reading circle. The Griot reading circle was a black, Pan-African nationalist, black supremacist type of reading circle. He reformed the education to continue to promote this. He changed the flag from the blue and red to the black and red. That was the last time that they had the black and red flag. During Duvalier's time, it was black and red. Black and red is the flag that represents the black supremacy. Like, this is a black nation 100%. That's why he started targeting the mixed people. Duvalier Papa Doc killed over 60,000 Haitians. Over 60,000 Haitians. And those Haitians were usually either racially ambiguous or mixed.
Wow, we should.
And you notice the Dominicans that they unalive, they don't do that to the dark skinned Dominicans. You notice most of them are the lighter skinned Dominicans, like, well, not light, but you know what I mean? They're not black, like they look more like Hispanic.
Yeah,
no, they're mixed.
It's true.
They're either, because the thing is, this is why I theorized that the Haitians also unalived a lot of Tainos. Right, they claim to have Taino history.
Wow, that's deep, Papa.
Yeah, that's why. Because the thing is, they didn't look like them, so they were confused, right? Because they barely understand what's going on. So these.
Dang, I gotta bring you up on the big screen. That's deep. Yeah, because they get mad when we say we have Taino blood.
They killed a lot of mestizos too. A lot of people that were mixed with Taino, they killed them.
They can this is why I tell Haitians, y'all need to stop claiming the Taino, because y'all know y'all damn racist against the Tainos too. Y'all believe that they don't exist. Even if y'all saw them walking in front of you, you will unalive them.
And I know they raped a lot of women too. They don't really. I don't hear them people talking about it, but I know they were raping women. When all these massacres were going around, I knew they raped a lot of women.
Right now.
I don't know if
Oh, Giovanni,
know.
can you say grape? Oh, because they'll ban me.
Oh,
Grape.
Oh, sorry. Oh, grape.
Yeah, no, it's okay. No, it's just they be like they be reporting my accounts.
Oh, okay.
But
I think
Giovanni, did you see the video that I stitched the Haitian guy? Que he tiene un cuchillo and he says, we're gonna take over DR, we're gonna steal their cars and their homes, and all the Dominican women belong to us. And then he started talking and he was going like that with the knife. Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
Go on my I was making funny faces to him. He says all Dominican women belong to us, that we belong to them. Yeah,
That's
so
weird.
they force. Yeah, like that's not cool. Forcing people to be with you.
You know what I think is gonna happen in the DR? Remember what happened in 220 over here in the States when everybody was rioting and shit like that? I think the Haitians are gonna riot one day in the DR. I see it happening, and we don't.
Oh, I feel I'm in California, and I feel the tension. Like I was telling Papa, I feel tension. Something's gonna happen.
They're gonna riot one day. I see it happening, and it's gonna break out. But we're gonna be looked at as the villains. They're gonna look at Dominicans as the villains. Like, no, they're killing Haitians. They're mistreating Haitians. That's how it's gonna be portrayed on the media. Watch.
What we gotta do for counter. Listen,
don't be surprised if they're going to have a false flag in the border soon.
Listen,
but do you think Dominicans are going to be caught unprepared? Because it seems like Dominicans are starting to they're waking up.
Oh yeah,
they get caught off guard.
So my Dominican cousin told me a couple hours ago before I came on this live that the family lives by the border, and he said that they actually went and fought like 6 of them today. And
they bought?
No, he says that his family in the DR, my cousin, they actually like fought like 6 Haitians a couple hours ago. Like it was a really big thing, and they're actually like gonna do some more stuff to like kick them out. All of their neighbors and stuff are like fighting them right now. So I wish I could get him on this live because he's on TikTok, but he doesn't have a lot of followers. So I don't think he'd be able to come like live and stuff.
Tell him to come to the comments section. We want to hear. He could come to the comments section.
Okay, cool.
Send him the invitation.
Cool.
So we need to coordinate, get together, do live so we could speak about what's going on, all the injustices that they have been doing and that they're doing right now. Like Jovi, everybody.
I saw a live earlier. It was over 1,000 people were, and it was Haitians and Dominicans, and they were talking about it, like the whole what's going on. And I was impressed. I was like, a lot of lives on TikTok are talking about the issue. I'm like, wow.
But do you notice that there's a lot of vendepatrias or Dominicans standing up for themselves? Because I feel like it's just our little crew on social media that's defending ourselves. Like the other Dominicans, they're like vendepatrias from what I see. It's just like my followers that are not vendepatrias.
I mean, on TikTok, there's a big community of Dominicans that defend the DR, that are in the United States and that are in the DR. I don't know if you probably don't follow them or whatnot, but what I notice is a lot of the teenagers, Dominican teenagers, they're never vocal about defending the DR. They don't.
No.
They don't. If it's not music or sports, they don't really touch it. And I'm always, because I got a lot of young people on my Facebook. I got like 3 Facebook pages, and one of them I got like 5,000 friends. And I'm always saying it, like, why aren't the young people talking about this? What's going on? Like, and then they get
too
mad.
many Haitian friends.
They get mad when I tell them, when I tell certain girls, I'm like, yo, talk about the Haitian issue. They get so mad, like, oh, I don't have to talk about it, this and that. It's my life. Like, they're afraid. They're like afraid to talk about it. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, they don't want to get involved.
And I'm like, it's your country. You have to get involved. You know?
Yeah, they don't. I think they became very Americanized, which is strange because I was born here in the States, but I've never, like I tell people, I've never occurred to me a bit, like I'm telling you, I didn't even know what Vende Patria was until I came to TikTok. Somebody had to teach me because I kept saying, why does everybody hate Dominicans and why are Dominicans talking so bad about us? And then this girl inboxed me. She says, oh, that's called Vende Patria. I was like, oh, I didn't even know it was a word.
And another thing,
Wow.
we gotta call out the Trinitarios, because the Trinitarios, they always talking about patria and all that caca, but you don't see them going at Haitians ever. They go at Dominicans. They kill Dominicans in New York. They beef with other Dominicans, but they never go at Haitians in the country. We got Trinitarios in the country.
But
you
I
don't
heard-
see them doing nothing to Haitians.
No, I heard in the live they were bragging and talking about how they was taking Haitians out their neighborhood, young boys, like real young.
I don't believe it.
In DR?
I don't believe it till I
they
see
were
it.
No, yeah, I'm gonna try to find it for you. But they were speaking on it. We was talking on a live. But they was TNT and they was on their shit.
They should be on the front lines taking them out.
I think.
Well, what about I have that follower. I think that's Papo's friend. I met him through you. The follower that he doesn't speak English. His name is Trinitario, right? And then he do videos. He said something about Trinitarios.
Listen. Let me explain. The Trinitarios is a Dominican gang. It was founded.
No, but the follower that I follow, that you follow, his name is Trinitario on his page. But that's not what he means by that.
Yes, listen, Trinitario. When he refers to the Trinitarios, he's referring to a gang. The term Trinitario is not exclusive to the gang. He's just talking about.
Okay, because I follow this guy and his name is Trinitario, and he was saying, Los Trinitarios, we got to get together. But he didn't look like a gangbanger, but you know the one, he doesn't speak English, the one who made the video about Dominicans, we need to wake up, despiértase, that guy.
The founding fathers.
Yeah, the founding fathers
right, are considered the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. ¿Cómo es? Pablo, Duarte y Mella, right? The Trinitarios, right? The three, those are the original Trinitarios, the founding fathers, right? Of like DR. That's where the term Trinitarios come from. Yeah. But when he was saying Trinitarios, he's referring to the founding fathers. But when this gentleman here on the live, I'm sorry, I don't know what your name is. I don't know how to say it. La Evidencia, right?
Yeah, La Evidencia Empírica.
La Evidencia Empírica, he mentioned the Trinitarios. He was referring to a Dominican gang that was founded in NYC and is currently terrorizing NYC.
Duarte Sanchez Mella. Okay. So, but you don't think that Trinitarios, you think they're asleep on this? I think they're being quiet. Hopefully they're being smart.
I don't listen, man. I never thought the Trinitarios were ever tough because I only seen them go. I mean, they fought in other gangs like Latin Kings and other gangs and like black gangs and shit like that. But it's never been nothing as serious as they have fought Dominican gangs like DDPs and other Dominican cats. Like, so you saw what they did. You did what they did to that young Dominican boy.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, look, in the country, in the DR, there's a lot of them that got deported, and they're in the DR. It's just, especially a big leader in the DR. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? As soon as you hear about something happens to a Dominican by a Haitian, you're all supposed to go there and wipe it out.
Yeah.
Question, Evidencia. So. Did you ever live in New York? Did you ever hear the stories about what you
Of course, I've been to jail with the Trinitarios. I got locked up with Trinitarios.
So they
You did? You look like a good guy.
I'm not gonna say everything about my life, but you know,
but that's good to know. That means that you know
I'm
what's
not a Trinitario,
up.
But they got me in the system like a Trinitario. But I'm not a Trinitario.
Oh, okay.
You were locked up, right?
Huh?
They weren't, I don't know what years it was, if it was in the 90s or the early 2000s, but there was a shift from where there was a lot of attacks towards the Dominicans to then where, this is what I noticed on the street level, to where the Dominicans, eso era raya, like, there was respect there. They didn't fuck around too much because they already knew what's up.
Yeah.
So you don't think that the TNT is responsible for that?
The what?
TNT, the Trinitarios, bro.
They're not responsible for what?
For like straightening that up in the streets, for the respect, claiming the respect, the Dominicans.
I mean, I don't really think I don't think we're respected, bro.
What?
Remember what happened in 2020? How when they went to the Heights after the whole hoopla because they stopped a black kid from being in the Heights, and then it went viral on Twitter, and then the Bloods and some black Crips went to the Heights and shit. What did the Dominicans do? What did the Trinitarios there do? They didn't do shit. They caved in. They started saying sorry, oh, we brothers and this and that. That's when you were supposed to make action and send a message.
Nah, but they was already by then they had already linked up. You understand? Because you gotta understand, bro. The little cliques and shit and what happened. A lot of them are interconnected. You see what I'm saying? So right now is a different relationship. I'm talking about back in the early 2000s and the 90s. The relationship now is a lot of the cliques, they're interconnected with each other. You got some Bloods, you got some GDs in the cliques, and you got some Trinitarios and some Crips within the clique. So the money, as far as on the street level, the money you know how it works. I don't want it to like be drastic or nothing, but you know how the shit is. So it's a different relationship. I'm talking about in the early 2000s and in the 90s. Right now, they're not really on that one-sidedness that used to be in the 2000s and in the early 2000s and in the 90s.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you mean. Okay,
the one-sidedness is not a thing anymore.
When Caballo and them was out there in New York, you know, doing their thing, I say that I during that time it was more serious. Like I respected them more around that time. Ellos tenían como más disciplina, respeto, ¿me entiendes?
Yeah.
Hey, is Rochi Heredé, is he Trinitario? Rochi, the rapper. Rochi, what's his name?
Well, he's a clown. I don't like none of the rappers in DR. I don't even look at them as gangsters. Like,
I thought he was the Trinitario.
No, look at Leo. He said, yeah.
Yeah, because I saw him and then he said he was hanging out with the Trinitarios.
You're broken off by different. They rep.
So he's a Trinitario who became a rapper.
Yeah. So, but I get what you're saying, La Evidencia. I get what you're trying to say, but it's not how it used to be. If there was the 90s and the early 2000s, you would say, I would be like, all right, that's a valid point. Where's the smoke at? Where the shit at? But right now, they have so much internal beef with each other.
Exactly.
I think when they unalived that little kid con el machete, I think their power went down because the whole world watched them and they just look like they look foolish.
That shit was super corny.
I forget what the kid's name was.
In court, they were still repping, throwing up the sign in court. That shit pissed me off. I'm like, how you gonna disrespect your shit like that over some bochincha and shit? That's wild.
And he was running with all his shoes. Junior, I forget his name is Junior, but that traumatized me, man. I was freaking traumatized. But that was like 5 years ago, huh?
Yeah.
This was in New York 5 years ago?
Yeah, that was a horrible thing that they did to this kid, man. It was freaking worldwide news. I was so embarrassed. But I noticed after they did that, like their power, they lost their power because they ruined their reputation so bad.
Yeah.
Them dudes was young too, though. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like it was like some viejos against a kid. The kid was like 15, 16-year-old, and them dudes was like what? Like how old those dudes?
The
like
one that gave him the fatal blow to the neck, that dude was like 26.
Yeah, the older one. But I'm not defending them, but they were saying que todos esos muchachos usaban drogas. You have to be under the influence to do something demonic like that. You can't be sober doing something like that.
Of course. Yeah, of course. Most people, when they go on missions, they do something. Yeah, of course.
But I'm sure they're regretting it now because they're in there for life.
The oldest one was 23. The oldest one, it says it right there. Leo said the oldest one was 23. Yeah, it was kind of like young. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't like they was.
And did you see the leader of the gang? He was this chubby guy. I thought he was gonna be all hard. He looked so corny. You know the leader? But he looked like. He was so out of shape.
I don't think none of them were
I'm
leading.
like, how you gonna be a gangbanger? You look like that. You're diabetic. Sorry, I'm terrible.
That's like the gym leader. That's like in the gym. You always see these like super overweight people showing people how to work out and stuff. They're like the gym trainer, you know?
The gym leaders. I like that.
But they all went to jail. But like he said, a lot of them got deported, and they're in DR. But I don't know. Maybe because in United States, in Dominican Republic, ellos no están armados. They don't have the weapons like they had in New York, so that's why they're not doing anything with the Haitians.
I mean, they use knives, you know, they use machetes también, you know what I mean?
I think, you know, the complicated thing though is like in New York, a lot of people who are young, Caribbean, Dominican, Haitians, they're all like, you know, friends. Like I grew up in Brooklyn, but I don't live in Brooklyn anymore. I live in, you know, another borough, and so I don't see those people anymore, but they're still like on my Facebook and stuff. And, you know, I could only imagine like, you know, I think maybe like 3 or 4 Haitian friends that probably like follow me. And I possibly even have a cousin on my father's side that might have married a Haitian person. I can't remember like who the child is. But so I'm thinking like that kind of dynamic, there's a lot of Dominicans with those, like everything I just numbered, you know? So I think maybe people don't want to upset anyone. Maybe some people are scared to like talk or something. And then I don't know how all Haitian New Yorkers, how they feel about what's going on, if they know, because
Yeah.
when I would, yeah, you know, I was on a video the other day, and just when the Dominican government was in Jamaica, there's like some people who are in America, you know, and they're like, oh, but you know, Jamaica should like stay out of this because Dominican Republic is very racist and they hate Haitians and stuff. And you know, like people
Who
are like,
said that? They said that in Jamaica?
no, it's people in America who are like commenting on
Oh yeah.
the video, you know. So I think a lot of people, they don't hear this side of the story, you know. So the Haitian narrative is very like big, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe young Dominicans probably believe the Haitian narrative. I'm not sure.
That's
Because
exactly what it is.
there was a girl the other day, she was live and she was saying, oh yeah, all Haitian people are my sisters and my brothers, and yeah, like sorry that like our country is racist against you, but I'm here to like stop that, you know. And I'm like, wow.
Wow.
Those are Vende Patrias, those people. So
Those are the sellouts.
here's the thing. And it's multiple layers to this, right? Because it is also, there are some groups that are left leaning, right? They're either from Europe or United States. They could be Dominican, but they got indoctrinated through university, or maybe some groups that they met in the university or in high school, right? That spoke about, let's say, empowerment and civil rights, that then led them to these leftist views. Once again, they sell this egalitarian dream to these young people, and then they say that the only way that we could bring justice and social equality, right, is through voicing our concerns and really fighting for the pain of our people. Don't stay quiet. You march, you protest. So part of the marching and the protest is accusation. So they have to find the person that's doing it. You see what I'm saying? So they have to accuse a group of people. That's first of all. But through this egalitarian system, right, this is where they sneak in the leftist, socialist, communist views. This is where it all comes from, right? So these people are taught this one word, solidarity. So if you're a feminist, you're on their side. If you're a Black Panther, you're on their side. You're a rainbow, any color of the rainbow, you're on their side. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you believe in alternative lifestyles, you're on their side. If you're like a spiritual person and within part of the spiritual community, you're usually also on their side. So they all work together in cohesion, and they say, listen, we fight for each other's causes and we're one together. And this is how we're going to beat the system. But here's the funny thing about it is they say this is how we're going to beat the system, but they believe in the system intervening for these social justices. So I'm like, okay, so you want to beat the system, you're against the systematic oppression, but you call towards the system that you're accusing to be oppressive to help you.
Exactly.
Dang, that's deep.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
That's deep.
That's really good. Yeah, it's true.
And that's how they have the people. Like, for example, Heidi, she gets paid to talk about Dominicans. So they get the people, but then they pay them. It's not something that's sincere. They're paying people
Of course.
to speak. It's not for free. It's
they were paying, in New York, they were paying people to go protest against Dominicans, I remember.
What?
Yeah, they would go whenever back in 2015, 16, they were doing a lot of protests in New York. And I think I was the only Dominican that went to the first protest. I went and only like about 4 people showed up, but we still were in front of them cussing at them and whatever. And then there was a second protest. And in the second protest, they paid a lot of people just to hold up signs and shit. Because you would debate them and they didn't even know how to respond to you. They didn't even know nothing what was going on. But they were like yelling and screaming and stuff. And like I'm like, these people are being paid. Like they don't even know what's going on.
But they don't even know what they were saying, huh?
No, they didn't know nothing. They would just like agree with what somebody like next to them would say, like, yeah, like that. But they didn't really know. I'm like, yo, these people don't know nothing. They just they gave them money and like, here, take a sign, hold it. And that's
what?
Yeah.
So was it that Encultured Co people, right?
No, they came out in 2018. I remember because I was attacking them heavy in 2018. I had a page. I'm not gonna say the name of it, but we were attacking them heavy when they came out with that campaign. Oh my God, we attacked them so hard, bro. And I got videos of what's her name? One of the
Melanie.
co-founders. Yeah, no. Melanie came after. One of the co-founders. She's Dominican. I got a video of her stating that Dominicans stole the land from Haitians.
She's Venezuelan.
She is?
She calls herself a doctor. I saw her on Twitter. I ripped her head off and she blocked me. She said, and she told her friends that she was scared that I was threatening her, but I wasn't. She said that Dominicans, we steal black people's lands. Yeah, and then I Googled her because she said she's a doctor. She's from Venezuela. She's not even Dominican.
Well, that video, every time I post that video on TikTok, it gets magically deleted. They don't tell me they deleted the video.
Yeah,
it magically just gets taken off my page. And then
give it to me. I'll post it on my YouTube page. When I post her video saying that, it gets blocked or deleted, and I get warnings that I'm going to get banned. She's protected.
Yeah, she's protected. They're protected. Yep.
Yeah, Papa, this lady, she says Dominicans be stealing black people's lands. She's Venezuelan. I'm like, you're not even Dominican. You're not even Haitian. What are you talking about?
You don't know what's happening though.
You're from the other side of the world.
Before they even came, you know what I'm saying? I like this talk because y'all unmasking, Vente Patrias.
And when I was at one of the protests in New York, a Dominican said to my face that the island belongs to Haiti. He literally said to my face, he was like, La isla le pertenece a los haitianos, yo. And I was
what year was this? What year?
He's like a real radical Dominican. He lives in the Heights. They be doing the whole what's that little dance that they be doing? Gaga? No, it ain't. Is it Gaga?
Vamos a buscarlo para caerle a pedra.
Yo, I used to stalk these people for years, and when I would find out they were gonna do like a protest or something, like I would just pop up, and like I popped up one day. He was there. They were all there. They were surprised that I was there because I was stalking them for years on the internet and like threatening them with death and shit like that. So when I popped up by myself, they were like, "Oh, that's that dude, this and that." And like, yeah, he told me he was like, "La isla le pertenece a los haitianos." It was, yo, I'm telling you.
Es una pedra, hay que dar una pedra ese, una brick.
You know what should we do though for real? Like from now on, like talk to them with knowledge. Like kill them with knowledge. Like, yo, show me proof. Y'all came to the island 200 years once after we was there in the island. Yeah. So give me proof. And then, yo, it's crazy to even say. You know what I'm saying? I've been in a lot of live, and shit, man, they just be destroying Dominican, talking about lies and whatnot. And I've been defending my people, in Spanish and in English too. I don't give a shit.
They
I'm
don't want to
Dominican,
have a
home.
debate like that though, because if you look at Bertrude, right? When I had responded to the Puerto Rican dude, right, about the Tainos and Haiti and shit, I responded to him on purpose because it was bait to get Bertrude to respond to me, right? And it worked. He responded to me. Bertrude seen the video. And she that's when she responded to me talking about that. Oh, I looked on Wikipedia. Look what she did. She's like, oh, he looked on Wikipedia. She never said what I said was false. She just said, oh, he looked on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
It's like a 5th grade book report, right? So then they were reporting my whole page. I couldn't respond because I was blocked for a couple of days. But when I came back with my response, right? What happened? It was a good response, but she never responded back. Why? Because she didn't expect that. She didn't expect my response. She doesn't want to get into that type of debate. She doesn't want to do it. She just wants to.
You know what? La evidencia empírica. You should be an attorney because you're articulate with your words, like, and you're fast.
Yeah,
Yo me pongo nerviosa and I get shaky and I'm gonna fight. That's me.
Yo hice tantos videos. Mira, yo hice tantos videos, but all my videos were getting deleted, bro. All my videos were getting deleted. I couldn't post nothing, so I stopped making videos. I just stopped.
Wow.
And they deleted my main page. This isn't my main page. This was my backup page, but they deleted the main page with all the videos and stuff. So, and my videos, when they would start going viral, they would like delete them right there. Boom, stop them. I had to appeal them. Then a couple of videos I appealed them, they let them on, but then they deleted them again. And I'm like, what is this? And then some of the videos, they deleted them and they never like told me that they deleted them. They just magically disappeared. So that's you. Oh, another thing. I know they know who we are because I would get messages, right, from these anonymous TikTok accounts, and I know these people they were tracking me. They were tracking me. They were telling me, oh, they were telling me my age. They were telling me a lot of stuff that only I would know, and I was like, "What is this?" They know.
So they were searching you. They were
like, how come you haven't left your house all day?
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So I went to my settings, and I had to change my settings because I was like, "Damn, okay, it allows me. They could track me right now. They could see my photos. They could see everything. They were saying things that only I would know." You know what I'm saying? They said my age. They said mad shit. Like, oh, how come you didn't leave the house all day? And I didn't leave the house all day.
On TikTok?
Yeah, on TikTok. So then I started investigating.
Man, there's a campaign against Dominican, yo. I swear to God.
What?
But you guys remember Ana Caona? She's not here anymore. You know what happened to her and I? I met this Dominican guy. Well, I thought he was Dominican. I don't know what he is. And he came in and he responded to one of my videos and he goes, "You don't have to fight this battle alone. I have your back." You know, he was an infiltrator. So we started chatting because I was like, we can't chat here because we were trying to find a way to hit up and culture code people. So him and I were chatting. He was trying to incriminate me. He was saying, "So where do you want to meet so you can I was like, "I don't have that in mind." He goes, "What did you say that you wanted to?" And then he started threatening Ana Caona. She left TikTok because that guy was crazy. He started sending us DICK pictures. He got my phone number. He started harassing me at work and telling me he's going to get me. I got scared. I had to block his number, but he kept calling me from different phones. But he was pretending to be Dominican, but he sounded Dominican on WhatsApp. But people say Haitians sound like they're Dominicans, but he used like a fake picture, pero era un haitiano. So it's scary.
La evidencia. So they could track you on TikTok, you're saying?
They tracked me on TikTok. They had
using your IP address.
No. They can listen to my conversations, like, because I have my phone. Like when you put your microphone on and your camera on, they can listen into your conversations. So they were saying things that I had conversations with people, like me just like chilling, walking around, or being at somebody's house. They said things that I was talking about with people, like in person. And I was like, they're listening to my conversations. So
no wonder why you had to stop. I would have stopped doing videos too. So anything you do, they're watching you.
They was watching me. They was tracking me.
Explain, please, Daisy.
They were deleting all my videos, all my responses. They would delete them. As soon as I went viral that first time, because that was the first time I ever did a video talking, it was that Dominican girl from, I think, New Jersey, where she made that stupid, ignorant video talking shit about Dominicans. And I was in my bed that day, and I was like, what? I was like, it's so ignorant what she said. So I responded to her. And when I responded to her, it went viral ASAP. And she got like, well, how many followers? She got like 1 million followers? She got a lot of followers.
Which one? The one who the Vende Patria. You responded to a Vende Patria, right?
That Dominican chick with the glasses. She does a lot of makeup.
There's so many of them.
She wears glasses. I think she goes to St. John's University or Rutgers University. So when I did that and my shit went viral and everybody was agreeing with me, oh my gosh, she couldn't take it. She could not take it. It was like, and then they took that video and they deleted it, right? While it was going viral, and I had to appeal it. And when I appealed it, they left it. But then it like como que paró. But then
because I noticed when I go on your page, a lot of your videos that you were going off on people and you were going viral, they're not there anymore.
Listen, the second video that I did that went viral was the Haitian one about the Haitians killing Dominicans, where I got the do-rag on. That video went viral too, and they deleted it. They deleted it. And now I re-uploaded to this one, but it's like they leave it there because it's not viral.
Hey yo, I gotta say something to my, patriotas. You know what I'm saying? Please, y'all remember this, and then let's use this motivation. Yo, let's just not give up the fight, man. Let me tell y'all this: if they delete this account or whichever account, we make another one, and then we make another one. Y'all, this fight is for real though. They're trying to take our own island.
It's a war.
And, you know, it's a war, y'all. And you know what? Let me tell y'all this: they bringing up that racist shit. That's just not. It's not gonna count, homie, because like the Dominicans, we come in all different shapes. So y'all accusation is not valid, homie. Like, and then they just bring, the island was ours. Man, use your common sense, dog. Like, it belongs to the Dominican Republic. The first name of the island was Saint Domingue.
Another thing.
Let's keep off continuing fighting.
You know, they knocked down Dr. Richard's account.
Let evidencia.
Listen to this,
because he's
right?
Jules.
On WhatsApp.
Wait, they did that to Dr.
Listen, for
they did that to me on WhatsApp. The guy.
You know what they did on WhatsApp?
Started calling me, threatening me.
On WhatsApp, they randomly were texting me and were congratulating me on my first Father's Day. Like, oh, happy Father's Day, this and that, saying my name, my government name. Like, they know I got a daughter. They know when she was born and everything. Like, they know, they hear my conversations. They probably see my pictures on my phone. They yeah. Can you believe that?
Okay, if people are not Dominicans on this comment section, you're getting blocked.
Hey, yo, let me tell you this, homie. Like, if that situation happened too, you should have reported to authorities. You know what I'm saying? That's just
I'm not gonna report. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of it or nothing like that.
I'm not. But look, think about your daughter too. You know
I was afraid when he was calling me at work. That dude was calling me 5 times a day. And he was talking fresqueria, and I will hang up, and then he would call me, but he used a catfish picture of a Dominican dude, but he sounded Dominican, and then that creeped me out. But he came to my defense. He goes, I noticed that you've been defending Dominicans a lot. I have your back. You don't have to fight this battle alone. I have your back. Y así me agarró. And then we ended up on WhatsApp trying to figure out how we were gonna. He goes, I'm gonna go in Culture Co. And he goes, what is it that you want me to do? Do you want me to, I can't say those words. And I was like, no, I don't want you to do that. He was trying to get me to leave recorded messages or to type things that I was saying that I wanted to unalive them. And I go, no, that's not what I want. I want to know where they're at so we can protest. But he was adding, he was trying to make me incriminate myself. You feel me? And then he got my number because it obviously is on the WhatsApp, and he harassed me for months. So that's why it's scary. I don't know how you're not scared. I was scared.
And the TikTok pages that were stalk me, I could never find those TikTok pages. Like, I would write their names and it would never pop up. I'm like, what is this? What's going on, y'all? Crazy.
So you think TikTok is on it? Like the Chinese people are in on it?
They got people working for them that are following that shit, and you know what I'm saying, that are on their side and whatnot. Of course they do.
That's why I'm thinking.
I
I
got a
wonder.
question, y'all. What's your opinion about what's going on down in De Javon? You're like the whole river, like que están cambiando and all that, and then they just getting mad because they don't want to use diplomatic, and then and the DR just getting annoying, and it's becoming almost like a civil war if that continues. You know what I'm saying? What's your opinion on that, y'all?
I mean, it's all built by design. They're doing it on purpose. I mean, after all these years, they're gonna go and fuck with the river now. Come on now, you know. They just they want us to do something and then accuse us of the bullshit.
Like
Testing the water for something bigger.
Yeah.
And it's
but
gonna
y'all know
be una cosa fea que viene de por la frontera, bro. So I'm not even joking with you. And when they did the canal, the citizens were waving the red and black flag. You know what that means, right?
Say that again?
You know the red and black Haitian flag.
Yeah.
They were waving that throughout the whole building that canal thing.
Oh yeah, I seen it. Yeah, I seen that flag.
And they were also blaming DR for the way Haiti is at the moment. And they was talking about they're gonna come and take back their land.
So think about it. If they hate us this much, why would you fill the Dominican Republic up with so many Haitians? Because they're planning something.
Because he's a fucking corrupt, and and
something, bro. I feel like they want to give the whole country to Haitians. That's what I feel.
Here's the thing, like a lot of people don't understand. Like people like Abinadel, like come on, man. Look at his alliance. He's not even Dominican.
He looks stressed out.
He's not even Dominican.
He's Libanese.
The thing is, these people will sell out whoever for money and power. Come on, man. You know money corrupts.
Oh, wasn't he born and raised in DR? So he should have Dominican love, right? Love for his people and love for the country.
Nah, he don't love our country, bro. Because let me tell you this: how the hell you gonna allow all those things that going on, that the innocent family down in the Havon to be murdered and shamefully too, and not talk about it? When you talk about it, act like that was I can't. No puedo hacer nada sobre eso because it's out of my reach. And then he started talking about, we're gonna start charging for water. Like, yo, come on, man. And then after that, he allows the fucking construction of the canal. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, dude, like, yo, remember this. When he was saying, we're gonna stop him, whatever, he sent cranes to help him. And then they block all the Dominican, like they live in that whole border area, lo guiaron, so they won't see what was going on. All that shit that he said, we're gonna try to stop Haiti, whatever. He's lying, y'all. We have to take shit into our own matter. That's why we're talking about this. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't have no necessity of doing all this, but I'm doing it because I love my country, manito. De verdad, yo soy Duarte Sánchez Mella.
I'm going to vote for the lady, for Yadira Marte. I went to the DR. I was in the DR, and I went to her the building that they got over there by the Zona Colonial, and I wrote down, and me inscribí para votar para ella, y todo. So I'm gonna vote for her.
Why? What makes you trust her?
Because I've known about her for the past 6 years. I've always followed her. I met her at the Dominican Parade in 2018. And a lot of people that I know rock with her. So I believe in her. She's very articulate. She's very intelligent. Very intelligent. And everything she said has been on point so far. Everything. She knows everything. She's like the Dominican Candace Owens.
Candace Owens.
She's on point. She's on point.
That's a
Candace Owens. Candace
I don't know, because
I used to be for Ramfis. I also know a lot of people that are with Ramfis.
Hey, yo soy Rafito, I'm with Ramfis, but people truth.
But a lot of people are trying to expose him for stuff. So it's a lot of funny shit's going on with him. And since he's Trujillo's nieto, a lot of people don't really want to rock with him and shit like that. But I still rock with him. It don't matter.
They're politically involved, but a lot of his family members are left leaning. There's one on TikTok that he be promoting. Yeah, the communist and socialist ideology. I think it's something Trujillo. I gotta find him, but I could send you. his page. I've been on his lives and
I'll tell you
debated with
this
him.
much though. I know Ramfi's like right-hand people. I know them. I literally know them. Like know them. I remember even before he ran and everything.
Y'all agree that as a Dominican, we have this mindset of, if let's say, I'll give you an example, like simple as it is. My grandpa, like he murders, a bunch of people, right? And he steals and whatever, he buying that. And then I had to carry that que me vaya a culpar me. They're gonna blame me. That's just not right. You know what I'm saying? We should, not blame other people for other people's mistakes. But if we're going about, if we're gonna talk about his mistakes, let's talk about everything he did, Holmes. Yo,
exactly.
He built the whole yard. Like, let me tell you this. Remember, yo, at that time when Trujillo took over, the whole island was destroyed because of a hurricane. All the things that you see in the DR, like all the bases militares, military base, the Palacio Nacional, el Monumento a Santiago, y'all know that too, right? And a bunch of places that I can, I don't remember off the top of my head. It was built by that.
La deuda externa la pagó.
Exactly. And y'all remember this though, which is crazy though. If he wouldn't do the whole which it was bad, in a way it was bad. Let's just clarify. I don't want to talk about the whole massacre, but if he wouldn't promoted that, the Dominican Republic wouldn't exist right now. You know what I'm saying? Because they were taking over the DR as they were taking as they did one right now. But again, that was wrong. But again, he was just doing what he thought it was right because he was born at a time that dictatorship at a whole level, which is whole Latin America, también let me talk about European estaba reinado por dictatorship. So you can't blame that guy to a point, like countries old countries was going through dictatorship, you know what I'm
saying? Yeah. I mean, I
agree with what you're saying. Like, I don't agree with what Trujillo did. I don't agree with nothing that he did. But if he wasn't there, there would be no Dominican Republic. I don't think so. I think it would have just been, they would have taken over.
And if you notice, they use Trujillo.
Trujillo is the only. You notice that Trujillo is the only history anybody knows about Dominicans. They don't know anything but Trujillo.
They use him as a basis to attack Dominicans. Everything that they attack Dominicans, Trujillo, 1937.
Yeah, how long ago was that?
They are afraid to talk about the 20 years of slavery that made the Dominicans go through, though. Man, come on, y'all. Let's build our comeback. Whenever they try to come with that.
Let's talk about the slavery now in Haiti.
Exactly.
Let's talk about the slaves in Haiti right now.
But you know what the Haitians say? They say that they helped us and we betrayed them. They say that they gave us our freedom and that we betrayed them. How do they feel betrayed? Like I don't get it.
Yeah, they lie.
Esa gente miente más que Pinocchio.
They lie, bro. Yo, Haitians are liars.
I see.
La evidencia empírica. Listen. Ella ha hablado como que I've seen several videos. This irks me. This is what completely yo dije, excuse me, that I'll shut that down right away. Ella se puso a hablar diciendo que estos hombres, que ellos lo que están haciendo los hombres, que se necesitan poner los pantalones, y que nosotros, las mujeres, vamos a tener que tomar acción porque los hombres no están en nada.
Right.
Let me explain to you something. That is what you guys don't notice. That type of talk, that's feminist, left-leaning talk. I'm telling you what it is, bro. You are not gonna. Okay, all right. That's the problem.
Listen to me, man.
Esa tipa para mí está cancelada.
Listen,
me,
I know
if she gets elected, it's over with.
Listen. I know bull explicit when I see it. It's not her. I already know how she talks. I know her talking points, but that's not coming. It's not coming from a feminist viewpoint. I'm telling you, it's not coming from there. It's not. She's just frustrated. She's frustrated that people are not doing anything to them to Haitians or anything like that. That's all it is.
No. ¿Tú sabes algo?
Having her talk like that makes us look weak and look like clowns. No female. I don't want no female hablando por mí, nothing at all.
Listen, I got a lot of
no respectable nation No respectable nation has a female leader. None. Zero. Zip. Nada. War is for men. Done. That's it.
No, you're right. But
women need to step back, cállese la boca. Let men do their thing.
Listen to me, man. I understand, but I'm telling you, man, I've been following her for a while. And I got a lot of videos of her that I recorded of her talking and the shit that she said. Woof.
Unless she's a bulldog for a man, I don't want to hear nothing for her. To be honest,
really
doing simple.
You know what? I don't even think she got kids. I don't think Alina has kids.
Let me say this, bro. Let me tell you this, though. You know what I think too is that they leaving what our man doing too. You know, y'all know who Tio Carlo is, bro.
Yeah.
He brought that pressure, bro. He brought that pressure to. So you know all this thing that happened though, whatever. It's because he made a live. He talked to a couple people, and then ¿cómo se llama? Este tipo, ¿cómo se llama? Como from
Who?
Este tipo, I forgot his name. ¿Cómo se llama este tipo? Damn. Hold up, I got it. Like, el que hace muchos videos para que la gente lo metan preso. I forgot his name.
Tolentino
talk about that, and they make action. You know what I'm saying? So like, yo, you gotta account that there's a lot of male Dominicans as female Dominicans, on both sides doing their part. So you cannot leave no side out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I rock with Tolentino and that whole crew with them, Casal and all of them. Yo, they're good.
Tolentino, because I don't know none of them. I gotta see.
Esto no es radio show. Go look it up on YouTube. It's like a radio show. I think Alofoque owns it, but those guys are good. They're very good, bro. They defend us, and they're
Pedro Casal is really good.
Alofoque is just barely defending Dominicans because isn't he like a trash talker of Dominicans? I stitched him today. I do edit him because doesn't he always talk trash about us? But he was defending us.
Alofoque promotes all the debauchery of Dominican culture. He promotes it because he's a capitalist and he makes money off of it.
I told you, Daisy.
Yeah, you did. Papa told me. He said,
you gotta listen. Let me tell you, the media, mainstream media, is not our friend. They are our foes. Those are the same people promoting all of the negative stuff about Dominicans. They are our enemies. Trust me. You don't want to side with what they got to say or anybody involved in that side of the things.
That's what you said. You said I don't trust him because he's a politician or something. He's not a politician.
Well, you know what Alofoque has? He has power because whenever he says "Los haitianos están haciendo esto y aquello," that's when the young kids get all patriotic and shit because Alofoque sent them.
Yeah, no, I'm not against him speaking.
But he's wishy-washy.
We need to get up in his ears, bro.
He defends.
A group of us need to get up in his ears, like, yo, my man, like, you gotta really stand for us. If not,
what's crazy?
End this shit. That's it.
You know what's crazy, bro? Like, lo que todo duele, ¿me entiendes? Like, he knows what's going on, so he's a been the patria, homies. And then I'm gonna tell you guys this, and then y'all gonna agree with me in this about esta vaina, loco. Like, yo, young folks, they just ignorant, so they don't wanna take responsibility about what's going on. Cause I know damn well, like most of us are just young folks, but like nosotros no levantamos, we awake. Most of the jóvenes, they only want to show patriotism, patriotismo, tú sabes. When it comes to parades, la parada dominicana, going to, all this, man, we should call out those people though, because you know what? This is a collective, fight though. You know what I'm saying? If you're not willing to contribute, then come on, man. Do you think you deserve calling yourself a Dominican?
Yeah. You know who else?
They call us
Melly Mel, the rapper Melly Mel. When I had the pages that were defending us back in 2015, 18, Melly Mel was always writing to me in DMs. She even gave me a shout out, and she was always telling me what to do. She was like, write this stuff in English and in Spanish, organize it really well. She knows everything that's going on.
I like her.
Yeah.
And she's an underrated rapper, but she's not ratchet, so they don't give her a chance.
But
she's so pretty and she's a bomb rapper, but she doesn't rap about nasty things, so that's why they don't let her blow up.
Yeah, she knows everything. She knows what's going on, everything. Yeah, una vez me dijo ella a mí, she was like, yeah, I don't want to talk about it porque a lo mejor me matan or this and that. But I was like, wow, when she told me that, that's when I was like, damn, this shit real.
I was wondering because you disappeared from TikTok for a long time, and then you wasn't posting. Now I understand que te estaban threatening you. That's scary.
No. I didn't post because it was threatening me. I didn't post because they kept deleting. They kept deleting the videos. Everything that was right, I would do. They would just take it. They wouldn't allow it. I was like, whoa. I was gonna come hard at them too. They knew it. I was gonna come real hard.
Wow. So we gotta be super. So whenever we have lives, whenever we have un haitiano aquí, I'm just gonna block them because I can't trust them. And if somebody,
you can't waste your time right now.
We can't.
We can't. And if anybody, I suspect that they're
that's what happened with Richard.
Yeah, I was wondering if you guys can tell Dr. Richard for him to get another TikTok account, he just has to create a new email account, a new email.
AD,
she was
supposedly Dominican. That's a
lie. I'm mad at myself. I had a bad feeling about her.
Y'all know something, guys? Y'all know something? This shit makes me so fucking mad. Like, angry, you know, and
we don't have to get angry. We just have to get organized. We don't have to get angry. Just get organized.
You know what? You know why I'm saying it though? Is that, dude, Dr. Richard, he was just spreading knowledge. Yeah, he was being respectful, homie. He was showing the truth to you, to and it makes me so uncomfortable, you know, to see what they did to him, yo. He was educating people on the matter, right? So why in the hell? So this is what I'm saying, though. We have to stop being so como like damn humble, because again, they're gonna no agarrar por el rabo, and then they're gonna fuck us over. Tú sabes? Like, y'all seen that. Like, even when we talk about diplomatic, about what's going on in the river, de que lo están desviando, we like, we not against y'all doing it. We just telling y'all, it's just shouldn't, you guys shouldn't done like that, do it like that. Because again, that river y'all doing, that diversion y'all doing is not right. It's not built correctly. That can damage a lot of people in the Haitian side, but the fact that y'all did it can lead to a civil war because you're violating, you know, a treaty. We could have talked, you know, like como diplomatics. They get mad. So y'all, come on, let's just focus on our own, you know, thing. You know, we Dominicans, and it's all about saving, you know, and you know, protecting our own interests. Tú sabes? Because you know, it's crazy, homies. Tú sabes?
Yeah.
They took our kindness for weakness.
Well, to be frank. Yeah, that's really what it is, man. You know how it is, man. You can't be too nice.
No.
You can't open up the floodgates because you'll drown. That's how it is.
You're right. But I want to say something positive that I want to tell Evidencia Empirica.
Nothing positive. We're all spreading hate against Haitians. No, sir.
No, mira, there's you guys have that new follower que se llama Joe. He's like 19 years old, and he was on Macho's live and he was defending us. And then I inboxed him and I said, "What made you defend Dominicans? Because you're new in the crowd." He said, "Oh, I kept seeing all these videos of people attacking my people, so I want to be on, you know, I want to be on my people's side." He's only 19. I mean, so there's one guy. So they're starting to slowly wake up, and we keep doing these videos. I don't know how we can reach the youth, but I think, like Giovanni said, is a lot of Dominicans are friends with Los Haitianos, so they don't want to rock the boat because they eat with them, they go to school with them. See, I have one Haitian good friend. You know what I did? When I decided that I was going to defend my Dominican people, I blocked her from all my social media because I don't want her to see what I'm doing. I don't want to cause problems between our friendship. That's what I did. I just blocked her from everything. She doesn't need to know because I love her. I love her. She's a good friend. She's the one that's married to a Jewish white guy. Pero, but, you know, if you have Haitian friends, just block them. They don't need to know what you're doing.
This is a really, you know, matter that we have to talk about, right? In Santo Domingo, our beautiful, you know, Quisqueya, right? Like, and I notice this, though, you know, a lot of people are ignorant about what's going on, and it's sad, you know, because the social media, la noticia, they're not talking about the, you know, what we know already, you know, and that's something that it scares me, you know, because what would have happened to them if something would have broke out, you know? Damn, like, tú sabes, because look, I'm a patriota. Yo amo mi país. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm committed to do to all of this. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't gain. The only thing that I gain from this is love. You know, y amor a mi patria. You know, giving back to what I gain back. You know, de la tierra, ¿verdad? Pero yeah, that's why I keep fighting. You know, and every single live that I go to, I keep saying, yo, we gotta talk to our youth, la juventud.
The thing is, it's kind of weird how this sounds, but strategically speaking, like they're up, way above us. There's so many Spanish speakers that are Haitian that sound just like Dominicans.
And they understand what we're saying on the lives, right?
So they're exactly. They speak English. A lot of them speak English too, right? And a lot of us, a lot of them, they were already inside. I used to hear talk, very rare talks here and there about what they from some like one of my uncles. He says, "Oh, watch, they're still trying to take DR. They've been doing it for years, man. They're plotting. They better slow that down. I don't know what they're doing at the border." We're talking about like 10, 15 years ago. I used to hear it and I'd be like, what the hell this dude is talking about? He is a civil engineer. So a lot of his labor, he knows, he sees what's going on. He used to listen to the talks that they'll have between each other. You see what I'm trying to say? So he knows enough Creole to keep like.
So he knew what they were saying.
Let me say this, y'all. That's why I do respect Papo and not follow him, bro. Because he's a wise man. Like, el tipo un tigre, manito. Él no deja que... Tú estás loco. He don't let nobody get into his brain, you know. Yo.
No, he's
Yo, man, hey, mi gente.
He's strong, though.
Yo, like, those who are hearing me, though, be like us, like, de verdad. Don't take, you know, shit. La patria va primero. You know, our land, our country is first. Tú sabes. Regardless.
I feel like history is repeating itself.
It is. And they said they would.
But the good thing is that we have social media. We can communicate with each other and figure out what we're going to do. At least now I know que, you know, they know 5 different languages. So even if they're in the comment section and we're talking in Spanish, ellos entienden lo que estamos diciendo. So if si ellos vienen, I'm going to block them. I'm just going to block them. Porque ya, they can no longer be in our lives. Ya, esta cosa de secreto.
So let me explain.
Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome.
Hello. Back in March, I went to Cuba, right? And I actually learned about like on the ground, boots on the ground, about the Cuban revolution. You know, one thing that I learned that I didn't know about the revolution in Cuba, that the revolution was mainly funded by Cuban Americans. They were the ones who made that change and assisted Fidel and everything that he did financially. They were the ones that pushed that forward. They were the ones that were backing that up back then.
Oh.
They said, so you could understand that the power of the Cuban Americans.
Yeah, and they're close-knit. Cubans are close-knit.
I say that to say this. We, as Dominican Americans, the one who live in the States, we have that same kind of power. Money is power. Because there's enough of us to put our money together and get change. Make change. They don't have to accept bribe in the border. Because we could make sure that there's the right people at the border. You see what I'm saying? And they could slow things down.
Right.
And little does a lot, man. Like little by little does a lot. Each of us.
It adds up. It adds up.
We just got to be organized enough. The thing is, these the Cuban Americans, what they managed to do, because they had somebody boots on the ground out there, they had a certain operating system that brought them together. You see? And they funded that vision. So ellos dicen, hay un refrán que dice, I don't know if you heard of what this José Martí, right? His ideologies. They always say que José Martí lo prometió y Fidel lo cumplió. So it was inspired by a lot of the talk of José Martí. Read on him and how he views things. You see what I'm saying? But they were inspired by him and his vision. That's why they have, in the capital in Havana, they have a big statue, not of Fidel, it's of José Martí, sitting down. You understand?
Oh,
So you got to understand it was the mindset that moved them to go forward. So we have to have a mindset that we come in agreement with, that'll move something forward,
united.
that we're all in unison with, that'll move it forward. But the problem is, if we're like scattered all over the place and we don't have a central focal point, it's not going to happen. The problem is, a lot of people say that later on those people use that, they manipulated and then turned it into a regime. They twisted the words and turned it into a regime. But the initial vision was not what Fidel eventually did. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of his regime did. So I that's the difference between like us and them. But you can use that as a framework, as a reference, as an example of the effectiveness of the diaspora of people that went to the America and the effect on their motherland and their home country.
They made a big difference.
It's big. They completely changed their country.
Yeah. Interesting. So no imposible, because there's more of us than there is Cubanos, and if they could do it, why can't we?
Man, Papo, Diablo, you made me think, man, for a second. Wow. Yo. Hey, yo, how you guys was listening, right? De verdad. You guys was listening.
Yeah, I heard everything you said.
Yo, hey, Papo, try to create a solid group chat, like, it could be, como se llama, WhatsApp or otra cosa, ¿verdad? And add people that, you know, like diaspora. You see, you know, I live in Cali, right? Add people from the diaspora, tú sabes. You know what I'm saying?
If I start doing it, it'll be people that I have verified that are Dominican here, and then spread it, and then eventually it'll reach the people, because I don't trust online. There's been many Dominicans with fake accounts. So I'm doing it boots on the ground, then it's going to spread through there, if anything. You see what I'm saying? And first it's like creating that operating system. I haven't even spoke to a lot of family about it and really spread the word and boots on the ground, because I wanted to get like a reference point and see exactly what's how am I going to target this and how am I going to speak on it? You see what I'm saying? Because I'm not just going to go to them and complain about it. You see what I'm saying? I'm just like, listen, we need to do something about this. These are the issues. This is my plan. You know, join me. Something like a consensus, reach a consensus.
I sneak it in little by little.
Yeah, and plus I want to put myself in a position where, and a lot of y'all that are curious, just DM me. There's a strategy like that we need to take on this side specifically. And I could share that. You know, if you DM me, I'll let you know what we could do so we could start strategizing. Because part of the actions taken against us is defamation. And we could counter that, but we have to be organized. You see what I'm saying? The resources are there. We just need to make sure we have a think tank, gather information, dispel a lot of the information, and consistently create a counter argument. You can't let it grow to what it is. We have to gather more and more people on our side. You see what I'm saying? Because they started with the information first. They started having people around the United States and around the world accept the idea that we are some enemy to oppress people. We are oppressive people. Exactly. Therefore, any action taken against us can be justified. Do you understand? This is what the Yahtzee did. This is what the Yahtzees did to gather the German people. This is what the KKK did to gather all of the Anglo people. Yep. This is what the Knights Templar did to gather all of the Catholic people in the Inquisition. They first have to create the enemy and make sure that people know that it's an enemy. So when they do it, they said, "Hey, remember I told you about the devil? I got the devil. Those are the devil. Remember?" And they're going to be like, "Yeah, you're right." Yeah. It's a psyops. They started with the psyops first.
They're going to be like, "Oh, there's the war. They're fighting against those racist Dominicans."
Exactly.
That's how the headlines are going to be like, "The Haitianos are defending themselves from the racist Dominicans." It's going to be all over CNN, all over La Univision. Los Dominicanos racistas. I could see the headlines.
Anybody on here, if you drink, stop drinking. If you smoke, stop smoking. You got to start getting disciplined, eat good, and start thinking like a disciplined soldier, because that's how serious it is.
When Macho posted the video,
gotta have a clear mind.
The Dominicans that got massacred, what were the comments saying? Oh, karma.
Oh yeah, you know what they said? That's what you guys get. That's what you deserve.
See,
one even called me the BITCH.
You go.
He said it's karma, and he called me a bitch.
You know what's funny though? Y'all know what's funny though? Look at us, you know what I'm saying? We Dominicans, we come of different shapes, you know what I'm saying? Tú sabes, like there's even Dominican, Japanese, and Dominican, even Jamaicans, right? And yeah, and then yeah, they want to talk about races. Yo, let's just stop that though. Papo, you brought a good point though. Yo, I'm down for that, bro. Hey, I'm part of the diaspora, and I'll contribute though. No pasa nada. Cause yo, I'm on the
Listen, I think we need a clear mind for this. Anybody, because we need the mind sober right now. Anybody que le gusta de que el teteo, listen, sober mind. We need sober minds. Because if you're really going to take action, you got to make sure you got clear vision. You can't be impaired. You know what I mean? And listen, if anybody knows me and how much hours I be putting in on here, listen, just online, the amount of hours that I put, aside from the other stuff that I do, the research and stuff like that, because I'm going to equip myself with information, because I'm not going to just blindly go on a mission without having at least a GPS in the direction, the sense of direction where we're going and what we're dealing with. You see what I'm saying? So, and before any mission, you have to do some type of reconnaissance, right? If anybody like studied anything regarding like platoons and how they operate, they always have one person that does the reconnaissance, right? And they kind of switch the roles, and the reconnaissance is the gathering of the information. So you have to know the playing field and what you're dealing with in order to take action. And you got to know the rules. So sober up, stop smoking, stop drinking. For anybody who does that, pick up books on strategies on how to address these issues. We have the information. We just got to act on it.
Yo, have you heard about the book that is named, that, ¿cómo se llama? Damn, because I like to read too, you know. Like es como damn, la 48 leyes del poder, the 48 laws of power. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Bro, that tells you a story, y'all. But back to this point, y'all. Let's just stop, you know, entertaining this nonsense, this dumb shit they're just bringing that, oh, Dominicans are racist. Yo, you know what? Let's just, like Papa said, let's just bring them facts, you know. Like, tú sabes, there was one person that told me this, y en verdad, I'm not going to mention his name because, you know, yo soy muy reservado, ¿verdad? Like, yo, he said this thing to me. As Dominican, we have one advantage, though, is that we know how to act, you know, with smartness, you know, we smart, you know what I'm saying? Tú sabes, like, yo, let's not let this, like, this nonsense, this, you know, this humiliation to our people become a reality, you know, because you know something? We not like that, though. Nosotros recibimos todo el mundo con amor y cariño, but the thing is, they are abusing our you know, cariño. They are abusing, you know, what we do for them, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's like a Dominican go to Puerto Rico y destruye el país, como esa hace vaina en Puerto Rico. Like, Puerto Rican people are going to get mad. Would that be racist? Yeah. No, they're protecting their own, you know, interests, though. Or either you go like Colombia or Mexico and you do the same thing. It's not that they being whatever racist or whatever. They protecting their own ¿cómo se dice?
Their country. Their yeah.
In their country. Dude, like, it's like, you know, like, yo soy Latino, like, tú sabes, we all Latinos here. Like, it's like we go to Mexico, and just because we Latino, we go just disrespecting the Mexican flag, you know, burning it, quemándola, o haciendo estupideces. You know what? Enough is enough, man. You know what? We are retired. DR is awakened. Yeah, hey, I felt sad. You know what? I didn't even feel sad for y'all. Because y'all don't, you know, again, y'all don't care, though, that we've been trying to help y'all since day one. Because, like, what country would have opened its border without even asking y'all for a visa or whatever, so y'all can go to the, ¿cómo se llama esta vaina? El mercado binacional. So y'all can earn money without even paying taxes. Come on, man.
El mercado binacional, you're talking about in over there in Juan Mendes?
Not only in the Juan Mendes, I think it's a bunch of you know, the border area, you know, pa provincias, and then we allow them to come without even, you know, just crossing, no problem, to sell their goods, you know, in el mercado binacional, and then we don't even ask them for a visa, we don't even charge them. You know what? Because I understand that they, you know, they have their own, you know, problems, and then still we are bad. You know what? If you want to talk about us bad, talk. You know what? Para mierda. Because you know what? Let me tell you this. Every time a Dominican goes to Puerto Rico en el barco y cae ahí preso, o que sea, o si no ayuda, ¿verdad? Porque always the Puerto Rican people will help him, but you know, pero cuando llega al land, y un policía lo agarra o lo que sea, we don't talk. We just callado porque en verdad, it's not our own country.
Exactly.
The Puerto Rican people will always help us, but when la ley predomina, respect has to be given. ¿Tú me entiendes?
I don't think it was. I'm honestly convinced at this point that they weren't the ones. They didn't liberate themselves. I'm convinced they didn't liberate themselves. That's a lie. You can't have this level of cowardice and like all this crying with people that are actually really about that. It doesn't add up. I don't believe in the whole thing of the Haitian Revolution. I think it's propaganda. I don't think it's true.
Me too. Yeah.
Personally, but one thing I do believe from the story, because somebody initiated and motivated them, right, to start this, but they don't like to mention him too much. I know you know this, Giovanni, is Bookman. Bookman came from Jamaica.
There you go.
Yo, Bookman was a sheikh. He was a Muslim sheikh. He had the Quran memorized. He inspired the Haitians.
Yeah,
he was the one. He was from Jamaica, and a lot of people don't know that. He's the truth. I believe, because their mindset is all fucked up. I would believe if you tell me it was a Haitian, a group of Haitians that a group of Jamaicans that led that, I'll believe it 100%. Because I know for a fact Jamaicans like the way that they think, they don't be victims. They really be about that. I know that.
Jamaicans are more logical. It seems like they're more logical.
They are, bro. I remember I saw this, article, that we started doing, negocio bilaterales, but now, business with them, to help each, each country, tú sabes. And let me emphasize in this, like, the point that, the fact that they're trying to bring racists to this bullshit, remember this, in the Bahamas, Haitians are being deported in cages. In Jamaica too, because they are disrespecting Jamaica's culture in their flag, and even Bahamians too. And then I'm not trying to bring other countries to the cause, but again,
bring them. Yeah, if you find anybody, bring them to the cause. Hell yeah, we need them all.
And you know what I will do bring. You know what? This is a friend of mine. He's Jamaican, and then there's another one, from Bahamas. And then, bro, like, let me tell you this. They even said to me, yo. I'm gonna say, normal como dominicano, ¿sabes? He was like, yo, manito. Like, he was like, yo, manito. I'm not against, nobody, but Bahamians, ¿cómo se dice? Like, like our interest goes first, because it's our country. Tú sabes? And I was like, bro, you damn right. It's your country. Y'all built it, though. They're supposed to respect it, though. It's like, I will not go to your house, eat your food, shit in your table, and then act like nothing happened. ¿Tú sabes?
Hey, what's up, people? Buenos dias.
Oh, welcome. I wanted to introduce you, but I didn't want to interrupt. How do you pronounce your name? Widake?
Exactly. There you go.
Hi, welcome to my live. I'm going to put you on the big screen. Introduce yourself. I don't know if you know what we're talking about or what's going on.
I do. So, a little background about me. I'm 32. I live in the tri-state area. I come from different ethnicities. My father's Palestinian and my mother's Ecuadorian. I'm Muslim myself, and I studied a little bit in the sense of like the Caribbean history. If I could just go straight to it, like I know the story of Bookman very well. Obviously, le llaman Bookman porque él sabía cómo leer, like he knew how to read. He was a Muslim, and he is Jamaican. It's all documented. There's no way that this could be denied from Haitians because they teach it in their books. To kind of like understand it further, I mean, this is tensions that they need to understand, that we all are self-determined people, right? If they self-determine themselves after their struggle against the French, right? Entonces, when other people are self-determined, como lo dominicano, right now, and you go over there to their land, you have to respect their rules, right? For me, this is a sad story. ¿Sabe por qué? Porque Haitians, también por the definition of being Latino, they're Latino also, because they're from the Latin languages like us. But the thing is that like everyone in this degenerate world, like the brother was saying, is that everyone is so ignorant and just don't read up upon like what happened, that things led on to escalations. And you know the escalations of que Julano dice, Julana dice, right? That's all it is. But now that you understand like all the history, you then have to admit, okay, if somebody's coming to a country that they're trying to seek better opportunity, you can't come with the same attitudes that you came from. Like, cuando yo voy a un país latino, I'm going to respect people. I'm not going to bring my New York dialogue and bring my attitude from the United States there. Porque ¿sabe por qué? Porque ahí después me va a indicar que soy gringo, right? And, you know, it's like in our culture, right? Era una sinvergüenza. You're going to be known as somebody who doesn't have class. And yes, although they have some pride, what does pride lead you to a door of opportunity? Absolutely nothing. So, you know, I always tell Haitian brothers and sisters, the Dominican brothers and sisters, that look, like, we have a lot of work to do right now. But overall, this whole idea of like Dominicans being racist, bro, how can you be racist to your own people? Like everyone is either mulatto or black. That doesn't make any sense. You know? So like, there's no way that someone could call you and be like, oh, you're racist. No. That makes no sense. Like, bro, like think, sit, ponder, hable con la gente. Y mire que, look, you know why Dominicans are so successful right now? Because they open their doors to other ethnicities. You guys came and said, you know what? Que trae todo el mundo, los japoneses, el chino,
venezolano.
Yeah, el hispano. O sea, yo, there's so many people. And that's why, like, you know, it's beautiful to be Latino because we accept everyone. But that's why a lot of people are jealous of us and they're mad about us because we accept for what we are. We're a mix of everything. That's all I had to say. That's all I had to say.
No, that was very beautifully said. You get a standing ovation. And I'm just glad that you took the time to understand, because people are like blindly just listening to the rhetoric that we're racist, and then, you know, that's harmful. And you know, it's like, you know, the story of the pillow with the feathers, and then you feel bad and you want to take the words you said back. You can't take all those feathers back. Like, the world thinks that we're really these racist people. Like that's like flabbergasting to me. Like, look at, there's a video that's going on with the Bahamians. They're saying, you know, the Haitians over here, you know, they want to take over our food, our bed, whatever. But if we say it, we're called racist. But the Bahamians are literally saying the exact same things we've been saying. But because the Bahamians are more, it's not looked as racist. But if we say it, we've already been tagged with the label racist. It's like we're stuck between the sword and the wall. Yes, exactly, because they're black.
The thing is like with the Haitian history, you always have to kind of contemplate hindsight, right? Now that you know like what happened, you can really say that the Haitian Revolution was way too soon. Why? Because
we said that the other day. It happened too soon.
Way too soon. Why? Porque el dominicano también es más poderoso que el haitiano. Because if you understand of what it was to be Latino, if something were to happen to you, you could have fled to Mexico, you could have fled to South America, because we were already like fighting against the Spanish left and right. The problem is in esa isla, right? If you're supposedly now a self-declared Haitian person, what other French place are you going to go to? There's no other place. There is no other place. You are isolated.
Yep.
That's a really good point.
You're isolated, bro. And like they understood what the struggle was. So the problem is that they have to now eat that and say, look, my history didn't allow me to really, you know, approach this, but at least I have an identity. Just say that. Just say that. That's the history. Whereas Dominicans, yeah, we like, you know, you guys are privileged to say, hey, declaramos que somos Latino, pero también somos parte de la cultura latina. You know what I'm saying? That's you have to say it.
Hey, tú
Yeah.
sabes algo, manito. Will, dame un segundo, güey. Tú sabes, manito, Will K, right? Dude, like, you just spoke the truth, man. Te respeto por eso. Because you know something? Like, dude, like, there's, like, hella families of Dominicans that are being murdered. You know, I don't know if you've been tracking about what happened in De Jabón. If you don't know what De Jabón is, it's a province that is close to the border, right? Innocent family of farmers, you know, was murdered by Haitian nationals. And then all Dominicans, you know, we've been trying, you know, like get like, como se dice, an apologies, you know, nothing happened, right? And then a week after, though, they diverged, you know, our river, right, to their, countries, right, without using diplomatic, you know, like como dialects, you know, hablar como like the other countries, you know. And then not only that though, they brought like to the DR again, which is named the Five, señores. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, Los Cinco, look that up. And then that five, Los Cinco, are killing and murdering Dominicans, you know. And the funny fact is, if you go down in Dominican, whatever, you know what I'm saying, you will never hear the Dominicans are kidnapping Haitians. The Dominicans are when the Haitian goes to DR, they are whatever murdering them. And then if we want to talk about hatred, like I'm sorry to say this to y'all, but like Haitian gets you get surprised because we as Dominican we don't even feel comfortable of going to Haiti because we have been como secuestrado and all that, and it's sad, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm the only one of a bunch of individuals, mucha gente están aquí que están haciendo eso, that be trying, like hablar de like diplomacy, diplomacy, you know why? Because like again, they're not open to like dialects, and we trying to do it because we know that gravity of this situation, and then we know this could lead to a civil war. But again, you know what they said one video that I posted in a couple of ones too. Oh no, I wish all Dominicans could be dead, so all black Haitian could be alive and take over the land. And I was like, yo man, why would you say that? And then we have another individual saying, oh, you know what? If any Dominican comes to like Port-au-Prince, we're gonna cut their heads. But we're giving in Santo Domingo hella jobs, contracting them, helping them con mucho trabajo, regardless if they're legal or not. You know what I'm saying? But we the bad ones. Yeah, come on, man. DR is getting tired of this nonsense, yo. Tú sabes? And it's just, sometimes I cry about it because, loco, yo, manito, yo soy dominicano, bro. And then every time I go to Mexico, or other country, I respect their laws. Comita, me siento mal, pero yo respeto sus leyes porque, manito, it's not my country, even though I'm Latino. Come on, tú sabes. So, yo, manito, Will K, Tato, manito, you got it, loco. Respect for you, manito.
No, respect to everyone. And then, if you want to even look further, again, I don't want to go into like certain like historical conspiracies, but, there's cultural bias also involved in this as well. Remember, el español, o sea, las personas que son de España, they had a relationship with Africans before. They know who black people are. Whereas when French people took black people from Africa, they had no relationship with them ever. This was like their first connection that they ever had. So cuando tú piensas sobre el amor que uno tiene para un negro, you do understand that our culture is more emphasized with that than the French culture. Everyone, you can ask anybody. When you go to France, right? Go and see how their race class structure is. It's worse. Their racism is so bad. If you hablas inglés o español, te dejan una cara de mierda. I promise you, because they're.
Wait, say that. I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part because there was static. Can you say that again?
It's okay, because cuando tú vas a Francia, when you go over there, if you speak English or Spanish, they think you're a piece of shit. They really do, because
in France, I've always heard that they're snobby. Like my clients that go to France, they say they're the snobbiest, nastiest people. They don't like people from the States, but we're bringing you tourist money. Why don't you like us? That's the weird shit to me.
It's just the way it is, and there's no real
It's always
understanding.
been that way with France.
Huh?
¿Qué dijo
They just
Giovanni? Huh?
Oh yeah.
they're not really friendly people. I mean, the French I know here in the States are nice, but they say that when you go to France, it's not like you're not gonna get like a warm welcome. In fact, like if I have a Mexican client that goes to France and visit and they were born and raised in the States, they'll tell them, "Oh, I'm Mexican." They won't tell them that they're from the States. They don't like Americans.
Yeah,
They
because the thing is in France, like even the royal family, they have to speak French when they're on French soil. So this goes back, to the very beginning of France. Like they felt they were superior than everyone else.
Yeah, I
So,
heard that over there they get offended if you don't speak the French language. I said, but that's common sense. They have to know that if people are tourists, they're not going to know the French language. Like how,
yeah,
like for example, like in California, if I see people they're lost, or I can tell they're tourists, and they say, "Oh, I don't speak English, I'm lost," I will gladly help them because when they go back home, I don't want them to think that Californians are jerks, and that's just my nature. I want to help them because I want somebody to help me when I'm lost. They got the French got too much pride. They gotta
Yeah,
eat a
pero
humble pie.
esa es nuestra cultura, pero esa es nuestra cultura, y ese es algo que that's what it is to be Latino. Like, people don't understand that nowadays people want to know, like, how come we're more civil and how come we're more educated. It's because it starts at home. Like, you have to see how our home is raised. I have a lot of Haitian friends, and I used to be scared of their parents because it wasn't just understanding for them. It was like, tú lo haces porque tú lo haces. Like, this wasn't loving homes for them. Like, they're educated, but they're educated because they were brutalized to be educated. We're educated
The
because we show us.
Haitians.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Like, I
Oh.
have stories for days where, like, I have a friend. His name
Can I
is
reply
Marvin.
to
So
the?
obviously, that's a real French name. He used to have a hairline like como lo hace in the barbershops, right, where you tell him to cut the hairline. But I asked him, like, "Yo, where'd you get the style?" He goes, "I I have it naturally." I go, "That's not possible, bro. How did you do that?" He goes, "My mom used to force comb my hair to a certain way that now, like, the strains of the hair disappeared." And that's only like one example. They used to tell me they used to get real hit with, like, the sticks, the belts and everything. They had marks.
I got
And
hit
and
like
that's
that.
because, like, they were afraid that, que ellos hacen bochinche, like, here in the United States, and get friendly with, like, African Americans here, that they were afraid that, oh, I came all the way from Haiti for what? But that's not how you educate kids. You educate kids con amor, con caridad. Like, hey, look, listen to mommy and papi. Look what we do. We work hard, and you have to understand you have to do the same. Que, sea una persona educada, so that way you walk and you represent us. That's what it is to be Latino. Everyone knows the story, but they don't do that. They don't. And
Right,
unfortunately,
right.
it gets to a point where it's like, do you tell them to change the culture, or do you just sit back and
Well,
be like, okay?
to be fair, we got our ass beat in DR too. I don't know about y'all, but it was bad for me personally.
Yeah, pero
I
no,
was a
no
bad
tanto
kid.
como que tú tienes mancha en la piel,
Yeah, no, yeah, I do. I do.
you
It was
know?
bad. It was bad for me. Me,
Yeah.
me. I didn't see it in my brothers though. It was bad for me. It was hell. I mean, to the point where I just, like, knew how to control my feelings when I'm getting my ass beat. It was so bad. But that's another thing. Like, yeah, I agree with you. There is a better way. But could I reply to somebody in the comments here? I think he's Haitian. El Batallon, I think it's called, because he spoke about the Africans in France, how they're constantly being brutalized by the police. So I believe that the relationship that the Africans on the Haitian side had with the French, it is what influences them to have a certain view on Dominicans and view us as their enemy, right? Because they're projecting their trauma. Your beef,
Yup.
listen, tell your Haitian people, your
Yup.
beef is with the French. Get that shit
Exactly.
clear. Your beef is with the French, not us. Go clear it up with them. They
Yup.
owe you money. Stop being suckers. Stop being cowards, and go get your money from the people who took it from you. Don't try to proxy in somebody else because y'all too scared to
That's
go
what they've been
against the
doing.
French. Listen, and guess what? Some Dominicans will back you on that because we feel like it was an injustice that you had to pay all of that money. That was a foul deal. But y'all want to sit here, tell your Haitian people, stop attacking Dominicans because there's a lot of stuff that y'all are fighting for that we could agree with. But if you throwing rocks at us, we gonna fight. And then
They
you
got
ain't
a
gonna be
lot of
able to fight
energy for
nobody because
Dominicans.
because bro, what y'all got to fight? Nothing. You got to go ask the UN, Canada, so it's dumb. Strategically, it's dumb. Cut it out, cause y'all been puppets for too long. 3 decades of this garbage, and y'all still on it. I thought y'all wake up by now. You're letting these leftist views, funded through these NGOs and these mercenary groups, to convince y'all. There's a lot of these people that's talking all this stuff that's not even Haitian. They bring them from other countries and train them through these
Yup.
NGOs, and they
Yup.
brainwash y'all. Stop being stupid. Wake your people up. Stop being stupid, man. Y'all beef is not with Dominicans. Cut it out. Tell them Haitians to shut the hell up and stop posting that stuff, calling us enemies. For real. Y'all being stupid about this shit. Because we don't want bad for Haiti. Most Dominicans will tell you, nah, we wish the best for Haiti. But they're convinced because they need to find an enemy that they could actually target. Well, guess what? Your enemy is France and Canada. And y'all got to bow down to them. Whenever they come around, y'all bow down. How weird is that? Because y'all, come on. I mean, I ain't going to keep going hard. I'm not trying to roast y'all, so but
could we talk about how they
listen,
fought for so long?
y'all gotta really open
Hey, yo, Papo, manito, Areal, you are a smart man. God bless you, man. Yo, I got a question for Will. ¿Cómo se dice? Wow, KK, right? No sé mucho cómo se dice, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
Bro, like, let me ask you this, brother. Tú sabes. Where you tell me where you from again? Because se me olvidó. Where you from again?
Mi papá is Árabe. He's Palestinian, and my mom's Ecuadorian.
That's
Look,
so
you got more.
awesome.
Yeah, like, look, you got much love, for your culture, right? So let's say if a Dominican were to go to one of your countries, right, con un otro país, ¿verdad?
Mm-hmm.
Like, in the beginning, we try to, blend in, but then we try to we start burning your flags, we shedding your streets,
That wouldn't happen
You burn
because
our forest.
no,
You burn your forest.
it happens. Look, it happens in the DR though. Like Haitians be burning and killing and shedding on people.
Hold on, he
And
replied in the
DR
comments, brother. My bad. He replied in the comments. He said, chill. The UN, I know the UN is our enemy. That's the problem. But listen, they're gaining a lot of social media power. These mercenary Haitians speaking against Dominicans. At this point, listen, if you don't realize in history, just look it up. 1945, the UN established itself both in Haiti and in Dominican Republic. What a coincidence, the same year, right? Right after, like a few decades after, the Marines in 1912 went into the island, not just Dominican Republic, but both Dominican Republic and Haiti. So if you don't get it at this point that there's an enemy that is not DR, right? And you listen, I don't know what's going to help y'all because they're going to win hands down. If this attack, this defamation against Dominican continues, like y'all Haitians, y'all need to start targeting and shut them down because these Haitians that are doing that, I don't think they even Haitian for real. This defamation, this attack against Dominican, what they're provoking is more instability in the island. Do you know how many Haitians depend on the economy in DR? Because most of the apartments being bought right now are by Haitians. Did you know that? No. So anybody that speaks against DR is speaking against the interests of many Haitians as well. Did you know that? So your people, right, y'all need to wake up because what you're doing is you're opening the door to the UN. Because when there is instability within both sides of the country, it gives the UN the green light on a lot of things. You know what it gives a green light on? Government intervention. Government intervention is the last step. And they're going to just flex on us out in the open. They're really going to make the changes that they really want to do on the island. And it is going to belong to no one. At this point, it seems like it doesn't even belong to either side. Because the Constitution, right? There's many people that's made claims that the Constitution has been completely eliminated from the Haitian side. Look at the president's not even there. There's no real government, so the Constitution doesn't apply. And they're going to try to do the same thing with DR, really snatching and destroying, dismantling any sense of, any remnants of sovereignty that exists in the island at all. And it's against your interests as Haitian people, right? It's against your interests to attack Dominicans. There's too many for too long been doing this. You need to understand this. That's why I was coming at you. It's not personal, nothing, but wake up, man, because you're in here. And I know you can hear me. And I read the comments that you wrote. You seem like a reasonable person. The UN is going to put their foot on everybody's neck if there's still drama going on between Dominicans and Haitians. They going to come in and flex. That's Machiavellianism. What they're going to do is they're going to be the heroes. They're going to be like, guess what? You animals, stop fighting. All right? We're going to help you guys out. We're going to help you manage your island because you're not doing a good job. And they're going to lock
what I like about my Dominican people is that regardless, tú sabes, what I like about my Dominican people is that regardless of, all those things that is going on against us, we always try to look out for their interests, you know what I'm saying? And it's insane that they don't see it though, tú sabes. It's insane though. Hey, ¿cómo se llama este tipo? El batallón, man. If you was as smart as you portray yourself, man, you should know that Dominicans not against you. We just against those who violate our interests. Tú sabes. That's all.
Right. I have a question for you guys. So I know that France and Spain, they never really had good relations with each other, correct? So do you think that, okay, like when the Spaniards went over there, I don't know why the hell the French went to copy, and they went exactly the same place where the Spaniards were, like they're in competition. Do you think that the French influenced those Haitianos to hate, like putting that wedge between the Dominicans and because the French and the Spanish and don't get along?
Well, I mean,
they influence their slaves, like, oh, the Dominican side, those are the enemy, like, because they're the French and Spain, they've been competing with each other. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Like, do you think that influenced? Do you think that influenced the Haitians that the French did?
Of course, look at the history. They're essentially, fundamentally speaking, they're like French.
Yeah, they are.
And everything that they do, they are French.
Like, even
they
if,
hate to associate themselves with colonizers, but culturally speaking, in their perceptions of things, they're French. Who likes to protest and speak about human rights and violation? The French. They're the ones that started this whole universal human rights. It was the French who started all of that talk. Look at how they act over there when they raised the age limit to retirement. Look at how the French came out. That's a French thing. They were the ones who started this protest culture. They were the ones.
I think the French have always been jealous and envious of the Spaniards, because why did they have to go copy? And like, you had to go right to the island of Quisqueya and follow the Spaniards. That's weird to me. Like, you couldn't go any other place. You had to go right over there. Don't you guys find that odd?
No way.
you have to understand that.
No, I've been wanting to.
There go the French side of him. Look at the French side of it about that young. That's because amongst their society, there's a lot of inequalities. Yeah, that's French talk. Leftist French talk. Yeah, exactly like the French. Congratulations, you're French, sir. I'm going to introduce you to yourself. Put a mirror against
Yo, Bataillon. Y'all
y'all French.
Come on,
listen,
man.
Y'all French need to wake up.
Papo, tell them that they fought for stolen land.
Yeah, facts. Yo, y'all French, listen, Bataillon, I swear that on my soul in front of God, y'all French. There's nothing about y'all that's anything else.
Y'all
functions on French.
Stolen land, so you a colonizer too.
Yeah.
That land belongs to the Taínos.
Yo, y'all colonizers, let's keep it a buck.
So your independence means nothing because you fought with people that stole the land. So your independence means nothing. And you're not a descendant of the Taínos.
Let me say this thing, bro. Yeah, like El Batallón, look, tú sabes algo. You know something, bro? Like this tells a story, you know, between Dominicans and DR, you know. You saying all that, well, Papa was spreading knowledge to you, you know, giving you like como conocimiento, you know. Sorry, and you just bringing up hatred. It tells us that even though we are trying to convince you that they are trying to fuck y'all over with y'all country because y'all got a whole lot of like a lot of resources, sorry, y'all still be blaming the DR. Come on, man. Tu sabes. Damn, like it just it don't rhyme to me. It don't rhyme to me though. And then it's funny as it is though that y'all been burning our flag. Y'all been shedding out our street, and we still take care of y'all. Remember, look, I'm gonna give you to y'all. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you this point, y'all. To batallón. Tell me what country does a ¿cómo se llama? El mercado binacional. Tell me what country does it, ¿cómo se dice en inglés esta vaina?
Bilateral, like what's it called? That's a free, like,
free market.
Would you consider a free trade, a free market, a free trade agreement, like with bilateral? I forgot the term. Sorry.
No, but like it's something like that, right? In the border, y'all can come without even showing no visa, no whatever. Y'all can come in, sell y'all goods and whatever, not pay taxes or whatever, and then use that money for your own family. But you call us Dominican, like, come on, whatever, man. Y'all should look at yourself and say, you know what, we being ungrateful though. That's why the DR was waking up and just saying, you know what, I'm not gonna curse out here because I'm trying to, be more respectful, whatever. But that's why the DR is saying, you know what, we done already. We gotta, look out for our own interests though. Tu sabes.
Yeah, I know about Batallon. I know you're not blaming no, I know. That's why I'm directing the work. You're like a placeholder. We're using you as like sort of like proxy. You're representing those Haitians that say that right now. I know it's you were clear about that. I understand that. You don't believe that. But there's many Haitians on here that have even made threats against Dominicans. And there's many videos and there's many talk, and I've heard this for many years. There's many Haitians that have expressed hate towards me just because I'm Dominican, right? Just talking, hey, what's up, this and that. Oh, they were cool with me. As soon as they found out that I was Dominican, that was like, ooh, I don't like you guys. You guys mistreat me. You guys are very bad. I was like, who's you guys? I'm actually showing you love right now. And
I think the French is the ones that put that seed in them, like with that rivalry with the Spaniards, and that I think
that's
they're
what
the
it
ones
is.
that
They're more loyal. They're more loyal to the French than anything else. That's what it is. So they're avenging the French. That's how I feel like that's what's really going on. These people that are attacking Dominicans, they're avenging the French, right? So I get it. You love your French daddy. I get it.
But look,
and I have a question. Have there been other countries where the French copied the Spaniards and followed them around the world?
Oh hell yeah! You don't know about the there's a French territory in South America right now. They took from us. They took it from.
Oh really? Because it seems to me the impression I get that the French, they're always following the Spaniards. Like they copy.
First,
because they couldn't take on the Brits.
Yeah, first let's talk to.
I used to ditch a lot of high school, so I'm learning here. So the Brits and the French had something going on, peleando.
Mm-hmm.
They would lose. Like, okay, first of all, one of the great wars between the English and the French is within the Quebec region. They wanted to take New York, and guess what? The English, the Brits, they're more intelligent, right? So they know how to mix with other people and get cooperation from other people. The French, just similar to the situation with the Africans and the Haitians, is they don't mix with a lot of people too good. You see, they're very like classist. So here comes the Brits. They made an agreement with the Iroquois nation, which includes the Mohawk, the Seneca, the Tuscarora. Actually, the Tuscarora came from, I think, the Virginia area, the North Carolina area, just to help fight and to get the French away from that region. You see what I'm saying? So they made an agreement with the Brits, and together with the Brits, they whooped them. Listen, the Brits, technically, they were outnumbered, and they still were able to beat them because they had the people of the land helping out the English because they were more diplomatic.
Oh,
you gotta
okay.
understand before they went to, because they were in the Carolinas or Virginia before they went to the Caribbean. They couldn't do anything in the English territory, so they went to the Caribbean. That's what happened.
Okay.
You get it? So, yeah, you could Google some of the dates. Like I'm driving right now, I would have pulled up some of the dates for you.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So then that happened with the French and the British, and then they started copying the French. Whitaker said. What countries did you say they went to copy?
American, even Bataillon, he says, you're talking about, what do you say here? Guyana, no, sorry. He said French Guyana, Martinique, Guadeloupe, right? St. Lucia. But the thing is, the history behind that is that they were taken by pirates first. These pirates were then paid by the French to get that land, which originally, not to say like we're funding our this history, but it was originally Spanish territory. You like by the content of sovereignty, that's not being sovereign. You can't just take someone's land from a pirate. Like it would be understanding if the people like said, okay, we don't want to be part of you, and that's that. But si tú sabes, like if you understand that, then culturally, if you want to be part of that, then you're sharing a culture with pirates and colonization. That's the worst. Because pirates are degenerates. They didn't have class. And they ruled that country. They put the pirates to be part of the government.
Hey, yo, let me respond to this person. He said his name is Jan23, right? He said, understand, one racist Haitian doesn't speak for all Haitians. Again, I do understand. I do agree with that. But let me tell you this. One Dominican that fucks up doesn't, you can't blame all Dominicans.
It's not even Dominicans. It's the authorities. This is why I get pissed at them. Stop saying it's Dominican when the authorities are corrupt. They beat our asses too.
Dominican cops beat anybody.
I'm scared. Listen, I'm scared.
Like Dominican cops, they don't matter if you're Dominican. Ellos te caen a palo.
A mí me dieron un cocotazo. I'll never forget that. When I was little one time,
I was extorted by them.
What?
I ain't gonna lie though. One time I went there though, they were like, "Yo, como que say, oye, you got the documento." I was like, "Yo, okay, what's up?" I had to give him 2,000 pesos porque tú sabes they was gonna take me to jail. I was like, "Yeah, I'm not trying to go to jail." Tú sabes. So it's the police, the authority, you know what I'm saying, that are doing all that. But the sad part is that we getting blame of some individuals, you know what I'm saying, and that's not right. That's why we are talking facts about what's going on out here though. Continue, yeah. I'm sorry.
And the thing is, they keep saying that Dominicans, the Dominicans are racist, but los policías, to me, son todos morenitos. They're not, like I said before, they're not blonde, blue eyes. So how is that being racist when most Dominican cops are darker than all of us here? You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So how are we racist if the cops are darker than us?
Yeah.
And that's just corruption. And I remember I was in this live, and then this Haitian national said something, which I definitely agree with that though. That she said that she had her documentation on hand, todo correcto, or on point. Yeah, I do agree that there's to a certain extent, abuse, and then that should be corrected. But again, they keep continue blaming the low, community of Dominicans, the border. It shouldn't be like that though, guys. Like tú sabes, like we have our own issues. We get harassed our own self as Dominicans, and we trying to fix that though. But you saying that all Dominicans are racist, then you should feel ashamed of yourself because we not. But we come on all different shapes. Just look at everybody here though. ¿Tú me entiendes?
Yeah,
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. But I want to let like Pedro Acosta. You just showed up. I don't know if you want to make any comments.
Yeah, hi Pedro. He supports us. He's a cool brother. I'm just gonna follow this. I'm gonna follow this guy with a K. Okay. Oh, I'm already following him. I didn't know I was following him. We're just having a nice conversation, meeting people around the world, and trying to come up with a plan, like how we're gonna help restore our country.
Yeah. So, but before anything, good morning, everyone. I wanted to say what happened with Dr. Richard's account.
Okay, then me contaste el chisme. Okay, you know that girl que se llama AD, the one I was going back and forth with her. She says she's Dominican.
Yeah.
She's of Vende Patria, or she's a Haitian pretending to be Dominican. She was pretending to be Dominican's friends, but she was in cahoots with her friend to take down Macho's life. So they took his account. So then when they took down his account, they posted a picture with emojis celebrating. And then in the comment section, AD was saying, oh, she's talking about Macho. King Jerk is next. So, see, she was pretending to be Dominican, like she was on our side. But she was...
By the way, there's even been threats to sue him by her as well.
By
so
AD?
To sue Macho?
AD is she's a snake. She's a snake.
Yeah, she's a snake, and I thought she was one of us.
No, she has she's one of the ones with the real deep-rooted hate. It's real bad. Supposedly,
it's because I heard her talking on a live, and she sounded Dominican. So she said, she goes, my parents are Dominican. I was raised in New York, and she had the East Coast accent. So I believed her.
Nope, and she from the sound of what she says, she seems like she's like gang affiliated. She kind of lives that street life. I kind of they picked at the brain and everything. So understand, there's people out here that really, really boots on the ground. They really want to put hands on people. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not wishing any harm on no Haitian, like Bataillon or nothing. Like, we enter these discussions. I don't wish bad on any Haitian. Most people that speak on the Dominican side don't wish that any Haitian will really get hurt. But understand one thing, that your side, the Haitian side, has made constant threats and has been tracking people, El Batallón, and trying to threaten people, locate people. They're going out of their way to be sort of like terrorists. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta really see that, El Batallón, and you gotta call it out for what it is. So if you're pro that type of abuse, then hey, you're wrong too, bro. So you gotta go too.
And Pedro, before you came earlier, La Evidencia Empirica, he was just telling us that los Haitianos, they somehow got into his phones. They knew when he had his child, when he was home. They were spying on him. They knew, and they would repeat conversations that he had, and they were like following him. So Dominicans, we don't have that malicia to be doing that to them, but they'll dox us. I was telling them that last year, the guy with the dingling, he was pretending to be Dominican, and then we started chatting on WhatsApp. We were trying to figure out a way how we were going to protest against In Culture Co. He was trying to incriminate me, like I was trying to unalive the leader of In Culture Co. He kept trying to get me to say that I wanted to KILL her, and I was like, no, that's not. So what I'm saying, we got to be careful with our followers, because a lot of them are pretending to be Dominicans, but they're not. They have a catfish picture.
Yeah. So it's funny. I wanted to address what you guys said earlier, right? Like how to help DR. But before
good morning.
I say
I have a question.
Hi.
Hi. Well,
lay down. Let this other man talk first, though, because he was making a good point. Pedro, come on, continue, boss.
Because there was that Cultural Code account. Man, I hate that account. That account, and never. As much as they want to say they want to reunite both Haiti and Dominican Republic, I've never seen them make one positive post about DR. Never. Even when David Ortiz made the Hall of Fame, they could have at least taking the time out to just be like address like, oh, congratulations, DR, you got another one in. Nope. They started talking about the that runner. I forgot who it was, the track runner.
Marieli.
Yeah. And then after that I was like, yo, this count is no good. So I made sure that anyone that I know that was Dominican to realize like everything that account promotes is like propaganda bullshit. But this is how I feel about what DR should prioritize. I think they should prioritize STEM, anything STEM related. So you guys saw earlier this year that some high school kids won some NASA tournament. Like we definitely a lot more of those programs. Engineering. There's so many engineering programs that we can get a lot of these adolescents to sign up to, get into. And engineering is more like software engineering. I'm a software engineer myself. So any programs like that can help kids build apps, websites, and things like that definitely creates different opportunities for them, especially abroad. I definitely think that our medical system, it's weird. I think the medical system is pretty good. But I think we could continue to expand on that. I just feel like DR doesn't respect nurses too much, but they respect doctors, right? I think things like that are definitely a priority. Now, we already do really good with the real estate, and I think we're expanding on that, especially in Punta Cana and La Capital. But if we continue to do that, but prioritize like our people to continue to reinvest, more educated people, you can't really fuck around. And sorry if I'm cursing, you can't really fuck around.